Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Make sure I have sound on here. Yeah, that should be good. Good morning, everyone. I'm sitting here on my patio, my backyard. I know it looks a little dark. I'm under the umbrella, and the sun is on the other side. So I wanted to just do a little pop up this morning and talk to everyone. I hope everyone's morning is going well. I got up early this morning, got out and, walked my dogs. And it was just so beautiful outside. And I decided to come out and sit on the patio, which is my favorite place to be early in the morning, especially if I have time to do that. Which I don't always have time to do. In fact, in a little while, I'm going to be, having to start my day and get some work done, some activities, and some projects that I'm working on currently. For those of you who don't know me, I am Dr. Teresita Glasgow. I am an author, a speaker, and a coach. I coach professional women to soar past their fears, free up their time, rediscover their dreams, and reignite their passion so that they can live the life they've always dreamed of. And I do a bunch of other things as well. As I said, I'm an author. My signature work is a book titled Destiny, 7 Steps to Finding and Fulfilling Your Purpose in Life. It is available on Amazon. It's available in 3 formats. It is available in paperback, Kindle, and it's also available in audiobook. And I am also a speaker. And I speak on predominantly 3 things: mindset, change, and the other one kind of escapes me right now. I should know this stuff. So today, just want to share with you something that I've been working on related to mindset. And I've been kind of going over some of the work by Dr. Dweck, I think is Dweck, some of the work that she's done in regard to mindset. Primarily, 2 aspects of mindset that she's focusing on is a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Now, a lot of the work that they've done has been with children, but as it relates to what I'm doing, I think that it's very important to understand both of those, the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So let me explain. The growth mindset is, for instance, where a person realizes that they can learn and change and grow in their mindset and the things that they are thinking. A fixed mindset is where you get an individual that would say, I was born like this, I've never been smart, I can't change it, this is my lot in life, and it is what it is. And they feel incapable of growing in any aspect of their life because their mindset is fixed. And so Dr. Dweck's work has been along the lines of helping individuals understand that the fixed mindset is not permanent. And the way that she and many others now, since her work has been published and she speaks on it a great deal, is getting that individual to understand how the brain works. Good morning, how are you? Hi, Farah, how are you? I'm talking basically about some things that I'm working on right now with regard to a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. And Dr. Dweck's work really is to try to enable individuals with a fixed mindset to realize that because maybe they weren't born in a good circumstance in life, maybe they've had some challenges in various areas of their life, that just because they feel as though they were born, this is my lot in life, that is not permanent, that they can adapt and adopt a growth mindset. And in a growth mindset, the individual says to themselves, I am capable of learning, I am capable of growing in various aspects of my life through the things I read, through the things I'm exposed to, through the different areas that I can possibly expose myself to, maybe travel, reading, of course, the arts, entertainment, various aspects that they can actually grow and change their lot in life based on a growth mindset. You know, at one time, science really believed, I'm sitting here on my patio having my coffee on this beautiful Saturday morning. Science really believed at one point that the brain did not change. And what they have found out is that the brain does change. There are neurons and certain various aspects of the brain that I'm studying up on now, basically in my work, because, you know, I coach, I coach professional women to soar past their fears, free up their time, rediscover their dreams, and reignite their passion so that they can live a life they've always dreamed of. And so a kind of mindset is a huge aspect of that. And a lot of times when you're dealing with professional women, there's some indication that they've already either achieved everything that they want to achieve in life, but sometimes still not happy, sometimes still living somewhat in the past, sometimes afraid to go out there and tackle dreams that they had early on but have pushed aside because they had family or other things that have taken their attention and pulled them aside. And when they reach a certain age and maybe their children are grown, or maybe just even with the younger professional women wanting to diversify the different aspects of their lives, sometimes they need help from a coach. And everyone needs a coach. I mean, I have coaches as well that help me in different things. So today, I just wanted to do a little quick pop-up, see how everyone is doing, say good morning before I go out on my little journeys and stuff. Actually, I'm beginning a new book project, and so I want to do some work around that. But I'm also still working very much with mindset today, and predominantly today, I'm actually working on the brain, the physical brain, because a lot of what happens in our mindset, we don't realize, has also a lot to do with the physical brain itself and how it works. And how, for instance, when you are told something repeatedly over and over and over and over again, it actually establishes a pattern in the physical brain. And in order to change that, you have to do some work toward changing how I don't want to say neurons, but how those connectivities have established themselves. It is a physical aspect of the brain. I know with one of my coaches, and you're probably familiar with him, Tony Robbins, he always tells us that if you want to change, you have to change your state. And what he's talking about is your physical aspect. Sometimes you can feel down, and this may have happened with you as well. Sometimes you can feel down, and you turn on music and you start to dance to it. And after you start dancing to the music, you feel better. And that's because of some of the physical aspects that have happened in your brain. Also because of the chemicals that your body releases in your brain. It makes you feel better. So sometimes if you're getting ready to do maybe, let's say, a talk, if you give talks or you do presentations and maybe you're a little bit nervous. Well, what professional speakers know is you use that nervousness and you get into what Tony Robbins calls state. And sometimes you do that by saying yes, 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 just kind of pumping yourself up. And it's easy. We see that sometimes in the way people present, but we don't realize that in the back, on the back of that, there are actually movements that are taking place in the brain. There are actually chemicals that are being released in the body so that those actions can take place, so that that nervousness that you felt when you first got on the stage or even thinking about doing the talk goes away, because you use it when you go into state. When your physical body starts that movement, that nervousness kind of subsides. And so it's really interesting. It's a really interesting aspect of mindset, to realize that the mindset is not only what you think, it's how you think, it's who you surround yourself with, the thoughts that occur in your mind, how often you have those thoughts. Sometimes we will do, like we'll say good things over and over and over again to counterbalance the bad thoughts that we've had about maybe ourselves, things that we thought about all our lives. Sometimes people grow up in a not so good environment where people are telling them, you're nobody, you're never going to be anybody, you're never going to have anything. And because they've heard that repeatedly over and over and over again, they really get into that fixed mindset where they really think, this is my lot in life. I'm never going to have anything. I'm never going to be anyone. And I don't have an ability to change it. And that's where coaching comes in to kind of steer and direct that. Not so much that a coach is going to tell you what to do, as a coach is going to ask you the right questions so that you can figure out for yourself where you want to go, the things you do want out of life, and how to get what you want out of life, and how to counterbalance those thoughts that you've had. Now, I'm also a Christian, so just thinking around scripturally on this, a couple of things come to mind. Like Jesus said, let this mind be in you that was also in Christ Jesus. And the different scriptural admonitions and instructions. Don't let the word depart from you. You should meditate in it day and night, that you may observe to do. Those are all scriptural admonitions. And when you think about it scientifically, they are directing you to change your mindset. One of the things that I see today, especially in the news media, is how they focus more so on sound bites than content. And what that is it's actually programming. It's actually programming the audience. If I can give you the same sound bites over and over and over again, let's say in the titles, and I know that you're not one that's going to go back, research, read the fine print, then I literally am programming your brain. Now, it has nothing to do with the individual who is receiving that, because if they don't know how the brain works, then they don't realize, to some extent, this is programming. And that's because of what I said before with the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. These are scientific studies that have been out there for a while, and people in those areas are very familiar with. For instance, I spoke about Tony Robbins. One of the things that he does with, coaching clients is to have them change their mindset by actually developing the messages and the messaging that they give themselves. I've been on here for quite a while, and I didn't really mean to stay. Thank you so much for joining, Tanya. But this is some of the things that I'm working on. Of course, I'm Dr. Teresita Glasgow, and I'm an author, a speaker, and a coach. And I coach professional women to soar past their fears, free up their time, rediscover their dreams, and reignite their passion so that they can live the life they've always dreamed of. And so when I'm talking about the mindset, it's not only important to think about the mindset, but also to think about how the physical brain functions. Because when you know that, then you're able to counteract poor or bad or negative messaging, and to regain your focus so that you know when people are doing subliminal programming. The other thing that's really funny, I think about this all the time. We as individuals also have a tendency, I say, to lie to ourselves. Sometimes it's not so much what others have said to you, but it's what you're saying to yourself that will reprogram you into a negative type of mindset. And so it's important to know that you have to, my dog is barking at my neighbors, that you have to be able to reprogram yourself by telling yourself the things where you want to go. Okay, so for instance, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off. When a race car driver is learning to race, they tell them, don't look at the wall. They're going very fast. They're going extremely fast. They're on the track. The people who have been training them tell them, when you hit that curb, don't look at the wall. Because, see, it's what you focus on is where you go. What you focus on is where you go. If you look at the wall, you're going to hit that wall. The same thing applies in life. The messaging that you receive, the messaging that you take in, and the messaging that you tell yourself. You have to deliberately say to yourself where you want to go, and then establish the messaging that will take you there. And and counterbalance those negative messages that, you might have received as a child, or you may be getting, at work, or all kind of instances in life we get negative messaging. So today I've talked a little bit about a fixed mindset, a growth mindset, how the brain really works, how we can receive subliminal messaging through headlines, and how important it is to read the fine print if you're a person who wants to do that and delve a little bit deeper, do research, and so on and so forth, purely for your own growth and development. And that's my time. My time is up. I really was on here a little bit longer than I anticipated. I so appreciate you joining me. Love you guys. Thank you for liking my page. Please share this message and invite your friends. This today was a pop-up. Usually I have a Facebook Live that I do on Tuesday at lunchtime called Bible, Business, and Coffee with Dr. Teresita Glasgow. So you can join me there as well. That's at 12 noon, but you can always get the replay on that. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Love you guys. See you again soon. Bye-bye.